Please welcome to the stage, Kelli Lampkin. Kelli Lampkin! Yeah! Keep it going for Kelli! Yes! Oh, not, okay. All right, Kelli. All right, get right into the mic.
Thank you.
All right,
Thanks
there you
so
go.
much. I recently went on a Tinder date with a failed VH1 reality dating show contestant. It started out with an innocent swipe, and one thing led to another, and soon enough, I was going on a date with a handsome 30-something to a bar in Back Bay. We went to Joe's American Bar and Grill, classic American simple sports bar. I got there a little bit early and saw a handsome stranger standing by himself. I introduced myself. He was not my date, but very friendly. The hostesses mercilessly laughed at me, knowing that I was on a blind date. Soon he got there, and I told him that I'd encountered someone that looked kind of like him, and he asked me who was more handsome, to which I replied, "You'll never know." So we have a few drinks. I order something like a lavender martini, and he gets a Corona Light, which he tells me is his favorite kind of beer. If Corona Light is your favorite kind of beer, that's like me saying a PSL is my favorite kind of latte. It's a pretty basic move. So despite his basicness, we have decent conversation. He has the most Boston accent I've ever heard in my entire life. And he was occasionally distracted by the sports game I'm sure was happening behind my head on the television. So we're about to leave the restaurant. We've had a couple rounds of drinks, and the waiter comes up to us and is like very familiar and really excited to see this guy. And I assume that it's because this is his like normal date spot. Turns out that he knows him from the television show, and it's like a celebrity sighting. To which I reply like, you paid him. Like, there's no way that's real. Because I, not 2 hours ago, mistook you for a total stranger. So no one recognizes you. But it turns out he was on a VH1 TV reality show about 6 years ago called Flavor of Love. It was for Flavor Flav's television show, I Love New York. So in case you have not seen the show, which I have not, obviously, New York is not a place, it is a person. Instead of the Big Apple City, it is a big apple-bottomed, voluptuous black woman. And I guess the show is about trying to date her, although I think she's still single, and so I'm not really sure what the point of the show is except to make sure that you're never employed by corporate America again. So at this point in the story, I was about 50-50 on if I was going to go home with him. After this new information is revealed, like, I have to, right? So I did it for you guys. I did it for the story, right? The story would be so much worse if it didn't continue. So I do go home with him. He turns on the television. He wants to watch the Republican primary debate. Nothing puts you in the mood like Trump and Jeb fighting over building a wall or a moat or whatever between us and Mexico. And so as this chaos is happening in the debate, he looks into my eyes, points at his junk, and says the 5 things every little girl dreams. You want to play with it. So again, I'm at a crossroads. What do I do? Most of my life, I make decisions based on how good the story will be later. So did I get this failed reality star off during the Republican primary debate? You'll never know. So it's not over. So the next day, I of course text my friends to tell them that this happened to me. And my one girlfriend sends me an article of Where Are They Now from the show, from the contestants from the show. And it says, though he's left the limelight, he's not on television anymore, he did create a YouTube channel wherein he gives advice on sex and relationships. Now, I don't know if you've been on a date with somebody and then found out that they have a YouTube channel wherein they give out sex and relationship advice, and then you have the opportunity to talk about it with your girlfriend, share it, and then talk about it on National Public Radio. But I have, so that's what I'm going to do. So he actually has a very surprisingly well-produced set of YouTube videos with titles including How to Masturbate in Your Dorm Room, How to Pick Up a Girl at a Bar. My personal favorite is How to Give a Girl a Lap Dance, wherein he does a lap dance to 2 blow-up dolls, complete with breakaway pants and a man's Speedo. And the most frightening is How to Get Lucky on a First Date, which he followed to an exact formula on me. And I'll tell you his formula now so you all know. So the 5 steps to getting lucky on a first date per this reality YouTube channel is first, choose a bar. Don't order food. It's less expensive and she will get drunker on an empty stomach. Second, don't go to a nice trendy bar, go to a more divey sports bar, because then she will be less impressed by by like more bums around, less like trendy rich guys. Third is be in view of a television in case she's boring. Fourth is don't get too drunk because you don't want to have whiskey dick. And fifth is watch something scary so she'll be in the mood and want to stay closer to you. So I can't think of anything more scary than Trump running our country, so I can't help but think this is a strategic move, except that maybe this actually works on women. So I guess the remaining question is, was there a second date? You'll never know. Thank you.